Hello, hi there Aries, a happy new year. I hope that you are all gorgeous and well. Welcome to my channel. Most people know me as Bella, or they know me as the Secret Psychic, and this is your January love horoscope for 2020. Happy new year everybody. If you'd like to know more about me and my services, the links are just down below. Do like and subscribe or comment. I love to hear from all of you. And you know, I don't like to waste time when I do my readings. We'll crack right into what spirit, because that's how I work. I'm a psychic. I don't read cards. I interpret the information that I get from spirit guides to help you navigate your love life. So stay with me, guys. Right, Aries. It's an interesting one because I can interpret this information in two ways. Because basically the way they're showing you is as being an observer, being observant of somebody romantically in your life that you've either interested in or that you've been with perhaps for a while, but maybe you are seeing them with different eyes as we start this month. And what's weird about it is, or unusual maybe about what I'm seeing, is that you're not making it obvious that you are being observant. So firstly, there's a little bit of stalking going on, or you are just standing back, being quiet and watching how the other person interacts, how they follow through with actions, how they keep their word, how they disappoint you. But mainly, this is where I feel a bit uncomfortable. You are looking for their vulnerability. Now, I could interpret that again many ways, which is you are looking to find their weakness. For what purpose, Aries? Or you are looking to see if they will be vulnerable with you, share their feelings, be open. There's something about you feeling that the person that you have romantic interest in, whether they are new or long term, that you are feeling that something is fragile and could break. And there could be that you are looking and observing this because either you're going to look and see something you don't like because you're looking with fresh eyes, and so therefore you will break the relationship, or you are looking to see what, to understand them a bit more. And maybe I think this would be more applicable for those who are in new relationships or estranged from somebody, for weakness so that you can find a way to mend the relationship that is fragile. Hope you're with me. Because I think before my gut's saying that you kind of just went on intuition about the situation, which didn't serve you as well as you would have hoped. So now you're doing it a little bit more strategically by gathering evidence, by observing in order to know your next steps. Like, do I just give up on this? Do I just let that person go because what I see I don't like? Or again, when it comes to looking at this weakness, that maybe I can change my behavior or change my approach because actually from observing them, perhaps they want me to approach them in this way. I'm getting some dodgy feelings for some of you Aries, not all of you, but some of you may be also looking for this weakness in order to, dare I say it, don't shoot the messenger, be a little bit manipulative in how you get back with them. An example might be maybe you see they've just recently split up and you might swoop in to be the kind of saviour, get them to like you that way because they're a bit vulnerable. Like, it's not the best way to do it if that's what's going on, Aries, but I have to put it out there that some of you might be doing that. But other than that, again, because this is a general reading, you're trying to decide which way to go, and that's why you're being observant. So when I look at this week by week, again, there I see you start straight away. You might even really be doing it in December. You secretly, privately observing it. Now, for some of you, this is definitely about people who have come away from you. So this feels like you observing an ex. And also for those of you who are newly dating somebody that you don't know very well. So you guys in particular seem to be doing this more than those that are in a relationship. For those of you that are in a relationship, it's still there, a lot more low level because you probably know the person a bit more, but I think you're probably observing them more about how they give into the relationship, which will then make you decide about whether the relationship is worth continuing to be long term. Second week, I don't know, there's some frustration because it feels to me from what they're showing some of you aren't liking what you see, which is making it harder for you to know which way to turn, particularly if you're trying to get somebody back. I think what you're noticing means that they are moving in a different direction from you and not moving towards you. But then I get you changing tactics and almost looking or observing in a different way. Now, again, that's slightly an indication of stalking, that you could be like, oh, I can't see anything here from Facebook. Let me see if I can follow them on Instagram. Because I get you changing how you do things. Again, some of you in the second week could be deciding in that second week that you've looked enough and you're just going to give up, and that's the change that happens. But again, this is a general reading, so I have to be broad. There's a lot coming up about people in particular, Aries, where that person lives a distance from you, is not near you, or physically you can't see them. Again, lots of things about like seeing that I normally would associate with social media and blocking, as partly coming up as something that is shaping the way that you behave towards somebody. Basically, if I'm being honest with you, it feels like with your observing, I'm not getting that this relationship that you are focused on or even in seems to be giving you any fulfillment or any joy or any direction the more that you are watching or observing. For those of you where you maybe are again with them, they're not giving in to the relationship in the way. I don't get that you're being fulfilled. I get that you're feeling kind of what's the word they want to use? It's like restricted or starved. That's the word I want to use. Like you feel like you're being starved from the affection or the connection. It's an interesting one because I kind of want to say, and I think this is the downside sometimes of doing general YouTube videos, is that yours feels a lot more complicated than other people. I feel like, hello, sorry about that. My doorbell went and scared me out my skin because it made me jump. But anyway, before I was interrupted, I was saying that yours is very complicated because of the different ways that so many of you will handle this. Basically, it feels like what you're searching for is hard. What some of you will search for only leads to a little bit of disappointment, but the positive in that, it means that you'll decide to choose and not to invest your energy in something that's not working. And then for some of you, you will stumble across this key, this weakness, this vulnerability, and in the last week you'll be successful and get your wish because you've been able to figure out the puzzle of how you can engage that person more. If I'm being honest with you, it feels like hard work. Like I see you sitting back and looking, but it's very tactical. It does seem to take up a lot of your energy, which you would only do because you're really trying to get something back on track. But it does seem to take up a lot of your energy. So I think there's part of spirit saying, do you really, really want this? Or do you really want this with somebody who's so much hard work to get to where you need them to be? So there's a little bit of kind of like caution that you might get your wish, but I would say to you, because I say this to anybody, that if you've had to change something about yourself so drastically in order to hit the vulnerability or to open the door with that person, are they really being with the person that they expect? And how much can you hold on to that illusion? Like, just think about it. But other than that, it's a complicated one that hopefully I've tried to explain as best as I possibly could. And for some of you it works out, some of you it doesn't. And where it doesn't, I really want you to take the positive. Like, if I'm being really honest with you, it feels like you seeing things for what they really are only serves you more positively so that you can be with the right person, versus those of you where you've had to kind of maneuver things to get it your way. But maybe with some long-term relationships, that's worth it in order to find the key that helps the relationship get back on track. Like I said, complicated. So anyway, guys, thanks for bearing with me again. If you're in a complicated situation and you would like to clarify yours a little bit more, you can have a private reading with me, and the links are just down below. I'll be back next month with another reading for you. Take care, everybody.